Welcome back to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, and trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so you can easily choose the best watch for yourself in the comfort of your own home. We offer the lowest prices anywhere online, and if you'd like to know the price, simply click on the links in the description below. Greatly appreciate it if you purchase your next watch from us at JazzTime.com. Today we'll be talking about a limited 1 of 500 edition Breitling Cockpit models. This one with a rose or rosé dial, all rose gold construction. The roseness sort of has faded out over time, as you can tell. It looks a little bit more yellow gold right now, but still very much fits with this dial. Everything just sort of fits very nicely, right? And once again, this is limited to 1 of 500. This one, one of them certainly in my hands. All right, I'll be going over the case, the dial, the bezel, the crown functions, as well as the movement, what I know of it at least, and the bracelet. I'll be giving my thoughts on this throughout the video. So starting off with the case, we have a 41mm case. That's the 2 to 8 or 10 to 4 diameter. That's the ultimate diameter measurement of this watch, right? It fits, it's a bit thicker, although it does have that sort of domed sapphire crystal on the front, so keep that in mind. It will slide under a suit cuff, albeit just barely, because, well, it is a Breitling, and certainly Breitling, they don't make small watches, at least not very commonly, right? You have the full rose gold construction, as you can see, a high polish, well, underneath all these scratches. This, I haven't actually reconditioned this one yet, so this is basically the condition that we received it in, and as you can see, there is a chip at the 45-minute mark. Right now, speaking of this, the minute marks here, this is a unidirectional rotating bezel. All right, still crispy as the day it was released. All right, if I move it close to my microphone. All right, so it has a very distinct Breitling sound, just feels very good to the fingers. I wish you could all feel it. It feels very satisfying. Each 15 minutes labeled 15:30 and almost a 45. There's also a 0 marker for like a diving pearl if you want to use this for underwater usage. Certainly you do have that option. The index hour markers illuminated on each side on this dial, as well as the seconds hand with that diving pearl also illuminated. The hour and minute hands very nicely laid out, so they're very easy to see, very bolded, and I do very much like how the 12 is actually illuminated here. If you compare it to the daytime version, if I first slowly turn on the lights here, you can actually see that the luminescence is not actually centered on that 12-hour mark. In fact, it's actually slightly offset, giving it sort of like that a three-dimensional feel when you're looking at it under light, and quite a special dial, this one. Certainly you have the Breitling logo just underneath that date aperture, with using 2 different dials for that for the date aperture there at the 3 o'clock. So simply unwind the crown at the 3 o'clock position. This allows you to wind the watch at the base position. All right, so about 20 to 30 full winds will get you to the full power reserve. Once you start feeling the resistance starting to ramp up, you know you can stop. Right? You can pull out to the next position, and well, rotating it clockwise does nothing, but counterclockwise does. There's a slight tiny bit of extra resistance when you turn it counterclockwise, and that's when you know that you are advancing the date forward. All right, and so if I go past the 10th here, you can see that the 10's position for the date will actually advance in the opposite direction of that of the 1's position. So as you can see, the 1's position comes down from the top, it rotates about the center clockwise, whereas the 10's position rotates about the center counterclockwise. So quite an interesting little facet there from this watch. All right, as you can see, it's quite an interesting little bit of action there, and I just love how the 31st moves to the 1st. So you'll have to do that a few times a year, and you get that extra little added treat of seeing that that interesting mechanism that I just absolutely love. All right, so pulling out the crown to the final position, you do have that hacking seconds function, so you can then adjust the minute hand precisely to wherever it needs to go based on the seconds hand position. Once you align it up with an atomic clock, press the crown back in to start it back up, and screw in the crown back in to ensure the water resistance for this watch. If you know the water resistance for this watch, let me know, because I haven't found anything about it. Again, this one, I've been trying to do some research on it, I just can't find anything on this, and I'm not willing to just chuck this into Mariana's Trench to test the waterproofness, so that'll be on you. My best guess is that it'll be waterproof down to at least 50 meters, if not more, and based on the fact that this is, it sort of has that diving watch mechanism, the unidirectional rotating bezel that you can use as a minute marker, and certainly you have that option. Just align it with the minute hand, and there you go. You have an hour-long timer. The issue is the first 15 minutes are not actually illuminated, so it may not actually be for diving. So again, let me know down in the comments below if you know anything about this, because this is how it came to us. There's no box, there's no papers, at least for this specific model. All right, now taking a look at the bracelet here, a very good framing actually. I do like this sort of off-centered link look that the Breitling has for their bracelets. All right, there's no tapering, it's all completely the same width all the way down. Nice high polish underneath my fingerprints and these scratches. All right, you can go down to the buckle here that has a safety clasp lift from the bottom of the logo. I just recently clipped my nails, so it's a little bit difficult for me. Okay, please behave. Okay, there we go. It opens up, and then from there you can lift from the top, or I like to pull from the sides rather, to open up the clasp, and there you go. You have the Breitling logo in that copper plate-ish type font, that sort of slab serif, all caps font there, word mark font. All right, and you have the hallmarks there as well. Now while we're here, I can actually try it on and give you my thoughts as to how it wears on the wrist. So chances are if you landed on this video, you probably already know enough about this watch to know all the specs and everything. This is just to show you what it looks like basically and how it feels, right? So incredibly heavy. This is all rose gold construction, so when you wear this, you'll definitely feel it. And certainly when you look at it on the wrist, my wrist being a 7-inch or 18 centimeter wrist, I get barely any framing of that dial, but keep in mind that if you do have a larger wrist, you will have more bracelet and therefore better framing of that dial. But the smaller your wrist, the bigger this watch will appear, and therefore the more large and in charge it actually is. So either way, you still win out. Looking at down the wrist, you have a little bit of space underneath these lugs, and that's due to the very thick case back, entirely solid gold as well, with the printing for the model number as well. So plenty of space underneath these lugs. Again, smaller your wrist, the more space you'll have, more breathability you'll have. Not that that's an issue with this sort of multi-link, basically 4 links with 3 intermediate links all the way across. Plenty of breathability. It's not going to pinch your skin at all, and it doesn't pull any hairs either. Well, not that I can really demonstrate that, but genetics, that's how it is. So again, on the wrist, it's all in the case. All the weight is in the case, the look is in the case, the aesthetics are in the case, and certainly all the functionality as well. The bracelet is just there to give it a really nice accent, to really just give this thing a whole sense of unity, just elegance and class all in one, even though this is, as you can tell on this video, a definitely pre-owned watch. It has seen love from its previous owner and plenty of wear, and certainly if you get something like this, why wouldn't you wear it? It's absolutely beautiful, feels very good, and you know that you're getting a solid gold watch because the heft of this thing is just immense. Even though it's only a 41 millimeter, it feels like a 44 millimeter, like heavier than the heaviest Audemars Piguet that I've ever held, and that thing was the monster, the brick. So this one, a top contender in that aspect. So if you have any thoughts on this watch, let us know down in the comments below. Be sure to like this video if you haven't already, and subscribe so you can see more videos like this in the future when they go live. And as always, if you'd like to purchase this watch or any other watch, new, discontinued, limited edition, or even, if you don't really care about aesthetics all that much because, maybe you're just gonna wear this to a dinner party it's going to be a little bit dimly lit. No one's going to see the scratches, let's be honest. And no one's going to take a loop out from their pocket, from their lapel, and just, you know, scrutinize every single detail of your watch. That's not going to happen. Otherwise, you're going to have to tell them to get a life. Anyway, let us know what you think about this watch down in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe. And if you'd like to purchase this watch or any other watch, visit our site, jazztime.com, where you can get it for the lowest price anywhere online. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to Model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model, and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.